Any of those guys out there want to come have some fun, you got to come on our side of the fence.
Where do you rank Terrence Crawford on the welterweight? You're in the welterweight, you're on the PBC side.
He's top three. He's top three. I definitely think that I'm up there top three, and I feel like Manny Pacquiao is right up there. I think that I answered all of the questions when I beat Errol Spence. I feel like that decision was not just. I do feel like he did a great job, but I think it's clear to see who's a better boxer.
What's going on, you guys? So, as you just heard, Shawn Porter, Shawn Porter, we finally get interviews with Shawn Porter recently, and he came out and pretty much said, a lot of people act like they didn't see this, but your boy Bushido Boxing, we go talk about it. Shawn Porter came out and said that, you heard him. He said that he's one of the best welterweights in the world alongside Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford. He also said in the past around a WBC convention that, I think Ellie Sagbach did the interview. I got it on the channel, actually. That Terrence Crawford is better than Errol Spence in every way. People failed to mention that, failed to bring that up. But with him saying that he's better than Errol Spence, that's kind of. I'll just say this, man. The difference in that fight for me was the knockdown. I had Shawn Porter kind of up in that fight, man. I had him up. He was spinning Errol Spence off the ropes. He was faster. If Shawn Porter didn't smother his work so much, and if he was a bigger puncher, he would have really beat Errol Spence handily, I think, in that fight. But the knockdown was what really made the difference. Errol Spence, when he finally decided to punch with Shawn Porter, it worked for him, and that's what really made the difference in that fight. So Shawn Porter thinks very highly of Bud's skills for what it's worth. However, by him kind of saying like, Bud needs to come over there, and we all know Terrence Crawford has a network deal. He's one of the few fighters in boxing, especially American fighters, that has a network deal. Exclusive network deal. So, why would Terrence Crawford? At the end of the day, why does Bud got to do this? Why does Bud got to do that? Bud is the one that's undefeated. Bud is the one that's moving up weight classes, beating guys. Bud is the one that's looking to fight everybody. Bud is the one that's highly regarded as the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Bud is regarded as this. Bud is that. You know what I'm saying? These other guys, they just using their promotional company as a protection tactic. Oh, well, come over here to PBC. For what? Y'all ain't making more money than I am. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't doing it like that over there. What are they doing over there for Bud to come over there? For what? For what? Y'all barely fighting with each other. Manny Pacquiao, he's only fighting Spence now because Spence situation, he didn't want no part of Errol Spence Jr. prior to the accident. He wanted no parts of him. No parts of him at all whatsoever. Danny Garcia, he forgot to call out Bud after his fight with Kermit the Frog this past weekend. He forgot to call him out. He forgot to say something. He was talking all that shit. See, these dudes do all that talking, but now when they ain't got no schedule, when they ain't got no fights lined up, then they put up these protection tactics. And then other boxing channels and guys who be capping for these dudes fail to mention it. They fail to mention it. It's crazy how a while ago, I used to always feel that the PBC guys were the creme of the creme. They was the top guys. They was the ones who, but now that I took a step back, man, it's like, man, these dudes they moving like cowards, man. And none of these guys will ever surpass Floyd Mayweather, dude. You're never going to surpass Floyd by not taking any kind of risk. They want to fight each other again and shit. Oh, yeah, I want to fight Danny Garcia. Oh, yeah, I want to fight Pacquiao and Spence. You know what I'm saying? Would you want to fight Pacquiao? Why don't you fight Bud? To me, that means a lot more. Maybe not to you guys. It don't mean shit, for him to go beat up a Bud. But to me, that says a lot. That says a whole lot. That says a lot more to beating up an old 41-year-old Manny Pacquiao. I'll tell you that. That says a whole lot more than beating up an old man. Pacquiao really is really not even a win-win situation. What could they really do to Pacquiao that hasn't been done? Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao. So it's really just a payday. It's really just a payday fight for these guys. And we're sitting here for the ride. And then Pacquiao go out here and beats Errol Spence. Then that's a situation to where, damn, Pacquiao's the PBC killer now. He's ran out here, he beat up all these young guys, and then he's out the sport now. He's legendary. Manny Pacquiao ran up here and beat all these young guys. He beat Broner. He beat Thurman. He likely going to beat Errol Spence if they fight again. If they fight, I think he'll beat Danny Garcia based off of what we've seen from Danny. He didn't look good at all whatsoever. I don't give a damn what anybody says. He looked like shit. And Shawn Porter, that's debatable. That's debatable. Shawn Porter has experience being in the ring with Pacquiao when they were sparring together, so he knows what to expect. He understands Pacquiao. And Shawn Porter has a pretty complicated style for a lot of guys, and I think his style will give Pacquiao a lot of trouble as well. But Errol Spence Jr. is a lot more straightforward, a lot more up and down, and he don't live the fighter's lifestyle. He's not necessarily he's cutting down further and further to make this weight. And I think Pacquiao is looking to take advantage of that. As we all know, Pacquiao is a master cherry picker. He finds these guys at the right time. A lot of the guys that he beat when he was moving up weight, he beat these guys after Floyd didn't beat him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Manny Pacquiao is the perfect master opportunity as a cherry picker. Despite his legendary status, Pacquiao is that dude, but let's just be honest. He's a master cherry picker, and he's a catchweight king. And he fought guys after Floyd fought him already. A lot of the guys he fought. If he didn't fight the guys after Floyd fought him, it was a situation where it ended up being a rematch. That shit's crazy as hell, man. But as you can see, they put more hurdles up to prevent the fight with Bud. Oh well, they need to come over here, and where did that come from? Where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Well, your dad talking about tell Bob we want the call. Well, why don't your dad call Bob? Y'all was in the same building with Bob Arum with the Wilder Fury press conference, and y'all didn't even get a camera and then go up to Bob Arum and say, yeah, we want the Crawford fight to put pressure on Bud. Why? Because y'all don't really want the fight. Oh, and by the way, he had every opportunity to do so, and he didn't do it. If I don't understand what Shawn Porter mean by come over there and play with y'all. I mean, y'all don't want to fucking fight any damn way. Y'all just be pump faking in public and shit because y'all know people will eat that shit up. So in reality, Terrence Crawford should get a pass on fighting whoever he wants. I really wish the WBO would mandate Danny Garcia to fight him. I really wish WBO would mandate. I don't know. Maybe all of a sudden they won't recognize WBO belt again. Even though they're going to recognize it for Brian Castano versus Patrick Teixeira. They're going to recognize it then. But for certain fighters, especially with Terrence Crawford, they're not going to recognize it. And a lot of dudes, man, you just a PBC. No, I'm not a PBC. I'm a realist, bro. Ain't got nothing to do with no fucking hate. I was a PBC guy just like everybody. But till I really start paying attention, and really PBC isn't really what's best for boxing. It's good for the fighters, guys that's on that team, but it's not necessarily good for us fans. You know what I'm saying? We sitting here, the big fights to be made in the sport is going to have to be two promoters working together. That's just what it is. And then you got a lot of fans taking sides and shit, putting up this Cold War thing to further prevent these fights from happening. They co-signing the bullshit. Where did you motherfuckers come from? Where's my real fight fans at? I don't give a goddamn where these dudes are at. I don't care what side of the street they on. It doesn't matter to me. I want to see the best fights. If you with me, hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit the fucking like button. If not, you a hater. You ain't a real boxing fan if you don't hit the like button. How about that? Hit the motherfucking like button if you want to see the best fight the best. How about that? How about we do that for now on Bushido Boxing? You hit that like button when you want to see the best fight the best. Or if not, you just a fanboy. You just a fanboy groupie. That's what you are. Because this shit is getting ridiculous, dude. Shawn Porter changed his whole song up. Actually, he never had a song. When he went quiet. He pretty much told us, no, that fight ain't happening. I'm looking at Pacquiao and Spence. That's what he wants to do. He wants to go up in there with guys he's familiar with. He don't want no parts with a dynamic guy like Bud. Why can't people just admit that shit? I'm not afraid to admit it. This is what it is. Fans put these fighters on pedestals like they're gods, like there's just some superheroes, but in reality, they're just human, just like me and you are. These dudes experience fear and worries and have problems just like me and you. You know what I'm saying? I respect what they do. But at the end of the day, man, this ain't what boxing is, bro. This ain't what it is. You see Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis fought. Both two different networks. Showtime and HBO. They fought. You know what I'm saying? These fighters back, Jermaine Taylor and Bernard Hopkins and Winky Wright, all them dudes, they was fighting each other back in them days, bro. In the early 2000s, they was all fighting each other. Shit, why? Because they had to. Then soon as it seemed like, let me just be honest here, I'm going to wrap this shit up. It seemed like soon as PBC came, this is when the bullshit started. You know, because PBC, let's just be honest, they followed the Mayweather blueprint, you know. And by these guys, like I said before, maybe I said on my other channel, but by these guys following that Mayweather blueprint, they will never succeed. They will never surpass Floyd. It's set up that way. Why? Because these guys, for one, they didn't put in the work like Floyd did. For two, they're not taking any risk. And for three, I mean, they turning down big deal offers from other networks. All right, so real quick, let's say Top Rank was to offer Sean Porter $5 million to come over there to fight Bud. Let's say he do it. $5 million, then they go throw it on pay-per-view because they feel that it may do some good numbers on pay-per-view with Sean Porter. You know, they feel that it might just do decent. Okay, let's say he go over there and do some pay-per-view with Bud. And then let's say whether he win or lose, you know, he go back to PBC. It was one fight type of deal. He go back to PBC. Now PBC gonna have to pay Sean Porter more money, you know what I'm saying, versus what he's been getting. And this is why they don't want to fight Crawford. He's bad for business. These PBC guys like Jamal Charlo fighting Andrade and Canelo, really is bad for business. Because if they go over there and fight these guys, then they gonna have to up the pay grade. Just like with DAZN offering Wilder all these deals, 100 million. Now Showtime and Fox or whatever had to go cough up this money to pay Wilder now. They don't want that shit happening with these other guys, these welterweights, the Spencers and the Porters and the Garcias, and they don't want that to happen. They don't want to have to up the pay. They want to keep it how they doing it. That's just my theory on it, man. I mean, really, if it's going to be some business shit, the reason why these fights ain't happening is because Bud is bad for business. If they go over there and fight Crawford, you know what I'm saying, they have it's just a big risk for them. It's not a fight that they feel they can win either. So that's why they're not taking the risk. But tell me what you guys think. Sean Porter said he is one of the best welterweights in the world alongside of Manny Pacquiao and Terrence Bud Crawford, and that he was robbed against Errol Spence Jr. Tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.